Alright guys, so today we're going to check out a pair of truly wireless earbuds that I think is an excellent alternative to the Powerbeats Pro. And the pair we're going to check out is the brand new Anker Soundcore Spirit X2. Now to start with, this pair only comes in at $100 and offers a lot of the same features with a lot of the same sound signature of the Powerbeats Pro for way under half the price. But let's go ahead and check out some of those features and what it is you get inside the box. Now the first thing is these do use Bluetooth 5.0 and they also use a Qualcomm chip that allows aptX playback. So right out of the box you're going to get some of the best Bluetooth quality that you could possibly get. And not only that, they also are rated at IP68, so they are completely waterproof. So this is a pair that you can go out and run. If you sweat heavily or if it rains, if you drop them into water, anything like that, you don't have to worry. Now, as far as what you're getting inside the box, they do include the usual small, medium, and large silicone ear tips, but they also include small, medium, and large silicone wing tips as well. So if you are somebody that likes to go out and do things that are active, this is going to just help them keep them in your ears that much better. And I had no issues with these falling out. I had no issues with these even moving at all. Now, also in the box, I'm happy to say that the charging cable is a USB-C cable. And the battery life on these is also some of the most impressive that I've seen. Because on an individual charge, the earbuds are going to get around 9 hours of battery life, and with the case, you're going to get around 36. Now, if you do happen to pick them up and they are dead, a quick 10-minute charge is going to get you around 90 minutes worth of use. Now, as far as the case itself, it is a fairly large case, but that seems to be the norm whenever it comes to these ear hook style earbuds. It is a flatter design, so it is something that's going to take up less space than some of the others that I've tried. But on the back of these, you have the USB-C charging port, and it does have the little flap that covers that port. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that, even though I understand that it's there to kind of block out from dirt, dust, and things getting inside. It's just not something that I like. I think over time that's something that can pull off or tear. It's just not something I prefer. Now on the front of the case, it does have 3 indicator lights to let you know the battery life on the case itself, and I always find that convenient because sometimes you just want to know when it is you need to charge your case. Now moving over to the earbuds. Now this is the ear hook design, and I think they did an excellent job with designing the ear hooks. There's plenty of flex, but because of the silicone material, it actually sticks to your ear better, which causes these to not move with whatever it is you're doing. Some of the ear hooks I've tried in the past have a more plasticky feel, and they can kind of slide around. And these just don't have that issue at all. And another thing that I'm happy with is that they chose button controls, but also placed the buttons more on the top so that when you do push the buttons, you're not actually pushing the earbuds into your ear. And I'm also happy to say that these do control everything. It even has an EQ setting where you can go from normal mode into a bass boost mode, which makes a huge difference when it comes to the bass. But we'll talk about that a little bit later when we talk about the sound. Now for you guys that like to use your earbuds individually, you'll be happy to know that you can use either the left or the right. And then also for phone calls, these also use the CVC 8.0 technology, which allows the microphones to focus in on your voice and block out a lot of your surroundings. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. Alright guys, so here is a mic test using the Anker Soundcore Spirit X2. I think these do an excellent job of picking up my vocals, especially for a workout style earbud. And so now here is a test using the microphone with a crowd noise being played in the background. That way you get an idea of what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's move over to the sound. The one thing I want to point out right away is the volume does get loud. I just at times kind of wished I had another notch or two. So if you're somebody that likes to listen to your music extremely loud, this might not be the pair for you. But outside of that, if you are a bass head or just loves to feel the bass impact and the punch when listening to music, this is going to be the pair for you, because this is some of the best bass that I've heard on a pair of truly wireless earbuds. And not only that, within the EQ settings on the earbuds themselves, you can even go up to their bass up mode, which basically just boosts your bass a little bit more. And even though I think both settings have plenty of bass, the bass up mode seemed to be where I liked it. It didn't affect the rest of the frequencies, which I really appreciate. The mids came through extremely well. I think they did an incredible job with the mids actually, because vocals had a very nice presence. It never felt drowned out. It always felt like the singer was in front of me. And then the detail that the treble picked up was also very impressive. It's like they tuned the treble all the way up to the point of almost being too bright, so that it had a really good balance with that very boomy bass. They found a way to just have this really dynamic sound without feeling like you're ever losing on any of the other frequencies. And somehow, even with the sound stage and the sound imaging, there's so much air in the sound that it feels like you're in a larger room. And I never had issues with picking up details and depth of where instruments are coming from. It was actually kind of surprising considering these were only $100. So I think the overall sound of these is definitely going to lead to dynamic, whether you're using the bass boost mode or the normal mode. You're going to just get that thick, punchy bass at all times. These don't have app control to be able to just lean it more towards one side over the other. So just know if you're picking these up, you are getting a very thumping sound that I think a lot of people are going to be happy with. Now, as far as my cons with these, it's actually kind of simple. I really think that it needs another notch or two on the volume side. I don't like the flap that's on the charging case, but that's just personal preference. And then other than that, I really would like to see app support so that in an app you can go through and maybe EQ these a little bit differently, just in case it's somebody that's not a bass head and wants more clarity and a lot less bass. At least you have the ability to control that. But outside of that, I think this is going to be an excellent pickup for pretty much anyone that likes a very dynamic sound. And on top of that, this is an extremely good alternative to the Powerbeats Pro that come in at $250, where you can get an excellent pair with a lot of the same features and, in my opinion, better sound for only $100. But guys, that's my video on the brand new Anker Soundcore Spirit X2. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.